I don't know if it's the work of a higher power or psychology or simply the fact that it's easier to keep doing things that you actually enjoy, but following what actually lights me up has been one of the most scary but liberating things I've ever done. For a long time, I believed success required suffering, to exhaust myself, restrict myself, put in huge amounts of effort into things that felt draining from the start, spend 5 days working on other people's visions only to have 2 days to recover the energy that you would just spend all over again. Really, I thought doing what makes me unhappy is the responsible thing to do. Allowing myself to even ask what I really wanted was the first act of self-kindness I performed. And the more I kept asking, the more I realized how much freedom there actually is. To shape your life, to choose the path that moves you forward, to surround yourself with people of your choosing, to contribute something real to others and to yourself. It takes a lot of trust, but to trust is also a choice in itself. And that's what I want to share. Not because I've necessarily arrived somewhere impressive, but because I've lived long enough to learn some things the long way. And if I can save you some time by sharing that, I want to. Because time is so precious, and if you can move a little faster towards the life that you actually enjoy, then that's more than worth telling. I was in New York recently, and I remember one specific evening I'd spent time with someone whose company I just genuinely enjoy, and afterwards I was just still kind of glowing from it. And it made me think that this feeling is an asset. And I know that sounds abstract, but it's not a metaphor, it's literal. Because for days afterwards, I kept coming back to those moments when I was walking, when I was working, when I was making coffee, and I'd remember something that had happened and immediately felt happier, more inspired, more creative, more energized. Some memories keep paying you long after you've experienced them. And it shows up in your work, in your ideas, and how you carry yourself. And I definitely think ambitious people forget this. I definitely do. We talk about productivity like it's purely output, but we rarely talk about what inputs actually make us capable of producing anything at all. Joy is an input. The right people are an input. A midsummer afternoon spent with those you love, that's an input. And the reason we even work in the first place is to build lives we actually want to live. So when you fully experience the moment, make memories, rest, let yourself actually be happy, you're not taking a break. You're actually doing some of the most important work right there. And this is especially for those of you who always feel compelled to keep building, to always progress, always optimize. I see you. I am you. But the right conversation, the right place, the right moment, that's what fuels everything else. The way certain people see you affect how you see yourself, and that shapes how you show up. And that's not a small thing. That's everything. The more time I spend with myself, the more I learn about my values, the pitfalls in my mind to watch out for, the things I need to function at my best, and the gifts I hold but have long overlooked. And the more time I spend with others, the more I realize what true aliveness is. How similar we all are, how different we all are, how relationships brings us everything in life, and how those relationships only form when you show up as your truest self. To be loved but not known is comforting but superficial. To be known and not loved is our greatest fear. But to be fully known and truly loved is what we need more than anything. That's a quote by Timothy Keller. In business, in friendship, in romance, in every area of your life, every opportunity in your life begins with someone becoming aware of you. Money, collaboration, community, love all comes through people. Relationships are the vehicle through which almost everything good in life arrives, which is why visibility is so important. And I keep standing by this because not only because I work with branding, but also because it's something I've experienced so profoundly in my own life. The moment I truly started showing up as I actually am, even though it was scary, that changed everything for the better. Not because attention is inherently valuable, but because it creates the possibility for connection. It creates opportunities for the world to choose you. So yes, follow what lights you up, not just in your career, not just in your creative projects, but in how you spend your evenings, in who you call, what you allow yourself to enjoy. Because living your life fully, that's not indulgent. That's foundational. So, where am I now? I have just arrived home from a month in New York, and I'm in my parents' countryside home, surrounded by way more greenery than my concrete adjusted eyes know what to do with. We just celebrated midsummer. I made a cake. Actually, I bought a cake. I'm not a good cook. And it's weird because I always associated this place with stagnation, but life is feeling genuinely good. And I'm also building something. I'm working on a branding masterclass, which is essentially everything I know about building a presence that is genuinely and unapologetically yours. And we'll talk about that more soon, but I also have a free masterclass coming, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave the sign up link in the description. So yeah, this video is the beginning of something. It definitely feels truer to who I am and how I operate and where I am going. So if you're here, I hope you stick around for the journey. Remember that uncertainty is just a sign that you're sticking to a path that leads to more possibilities. So I hope you subscribe, and I hope I'll see you again very, very soon. Okay, take care. Bye. I just spilled water everywhere. Great job, Ilva.